Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. That was very nice.
That really was.
That was lovely.
It was.
That was so lovely.
I don't really know how we got on just doing that song. We were kind of just like, hey, sound test. Let's not do the me. Screw that. We're just going to sing.
Now, not the 1, 1, 1, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're not doing any of that. That's no true indicator of skill right there. We just flew right into it and right into the takeoff.
Yo, it was beautiful.
Like an Osprey fighter. We don't even need a runway. Just
woo!
Top of the pops.
Truly inspirational.
You had to sit there for the whole thing. How was it from your end?
Yeah.
I felt like Richard Dominic on the Jerry Springer show.
Did you get, like, the chills?
I did.
Chill up your leg?
Inspirational and inspiring.
I didn't go to church on Christmas. I just realized
How could you not go to church on Christmas?
To be fair, I had to work and I had to have Christmas at my dad's that day.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Very uplifting.
Very uplifting. I say I was going to church Christmas Eve, so... Okay. I don't think we want to talk about Christmas Eve. So we have a lot of topics planned.
I'm having the real 26th of December depression. It's like, well, the holidays are over. I got New Year's Eve coming up, but who cares?
See, that depression for me sets in January 2nd.
See, for me, it's just like once midnight hits and all the, not even so much the gifts being opened. It's like midnight into the 26th, slice, Christmas is done, I'm unhappy.
Yeah, but Christmas stuff is going to be up to like February, though.
No.
And plus, you still have two more holidays left, because New Year's Eve, that's a fun day, and then you have New Year's Day itself, so it's not too bad.
Why don't we have a Christmas in January?
I thought about that. Like, why can't Christmas... If Christmas was 3 weeks later, if it was on the 15th or 17th, I can't remember what day it is.
Actually, I remember there was something that it was a medieval society. It was the Europeans, and they actually were the ones that determined exactly when it was supposed to be, and that was why it was going to be... It actually had something to do with they borrowed it from the pagans, but they didn't want to make it exactly on the winter solstice, so they made it close to it.
Yeah.
To celebrate Christmas.
Which I think is... Well, I think now we should really push it forward a little bit, because the medieval Europeans didn't have, like, this weird
exact
3-month lull in holidays, because the next good holiday is St. Patty's Day.
That is a great one, though. I mean, to be fair, you do need a few months to prepare for that one. At least your liver does.
Yeah, that's the thing. Gotta hydrate. Hydration's important.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Something with non-alcohol. And something to suck up to the alcohol. A lot of people forget that. Fried foods are your friend on St. Patrick's Day.
See, I like sheets. I'm
yeah,
gonna go with sheets.
Sheets will do it.
You ever
That's a good sponge there.
You ever been on a drunken sheets run?
I think I was with you guys for Andy's Halloween party at one time.
Yeah.
We all went down there.
Yeah, but you weren't drinking, though, because you were driving.
No. But you guys, somebody was, I don't know. Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah.
It was a late night sheets run.
It was a good time. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
100%. I just still don't know what we're going to talk about. We talked about the holiday.
Yeah, we kind of got about this in a roundabout way.
Well, we can just talk about the holiday real quick. You were talking about, like, what ruins Christmas. Where are we at with Christmas?
Okay. Well, I think, going back to my original thought, I think if we have Christmas 3 weeks later, I think it'll be like a nice... First of all, it doesn't cramp.
There's not the madcap run from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Right, and it's insane.
To be fair, though, a lot of that is my own fault for not doing my shopping earlier. Not that I should go out on Black Friday. I didn't this year.
You shouldn't have to start shopping for Christmas gifts. Some people have started shopping for next year's Christmas today.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of long-term planning.
Stop that.
I know, and it gets out of hand. Well, it's corporate greed at its finest.
100%.
They love that.
Oh, absolutely. I see absolutely no reason for these stores to be opening up, especially on Thanksgiving. Have one day off. You do not need to force your employees to come in. And don't tell me they volunteered, because that's a lie. I worked retail. We were told that if you took off, you got fired. Didn't matter what it was, unless you had a death in the family. Even then, they probably were going to cut your hours. It's not optional, and you get mandatory. You get overtime because it's mandatory, not because they deign to give it to you. They have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's called holiday pay. It's ridiculous.
So that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to work at PLCP anymore.
Yeah. No,
Besides my boss being a majorly pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
No, Christmas Eve, that's a religious holiday for me.
Yeah.
Of course I gotta take off
Absolutely,
for that.
that's your mass time. That's
Right.
actually
That's
cutting
the
it.
best
That's
mass of
actually
the
cutting
year.
in on a religious implicate. Well, I don't know that whole Samuel begat so and so and whatnot. Does your church do that?
That's Easter.
No, mine used to do it on Christmas Eve.
My
Catholic church used to do it Christmas Eve.
Mine does. Mine has like the greatest hits on Easter.
Oh man, then mine I converted to evangelical, and that's I'm bi-religious now. So
I can't remember what was said during Christmas. It was like the nativity story.
I just remember not minding the mass because it got me away from the mad, awful parking lots and the bad drivers. That's literally all I remember.
Now, see, we go downtown, so
I haven't been to church.
we have to deal with the PBG rank people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's fun.
I can't even go to St. Patrick's in Christie Park without it being a massacre.
Yeah. See. What do you think ruins Christmas? Like there's a classic Merry Christmas versus Happy Holiday debate.
Okay, all right, okay.
That's the first. That's the first big one.
Going off on that. First of all, I don't care. I don't care if you don't celebrate Christmas. Actually, you know what? I do care if you don't celebrate Christmas because you might be Jewish. You might celebrate Kwanzaa,
Or
Ramadan, or Tet, or something else. I don't know.
Festivus.
I'm a bit iffy on Festivus. Festivus is just like a holiday for better people. It has no.
But the best part is you can celebrate it and not have to cancel Christmas.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's your day to get it all out of your system before the 24th and ruin someone's holiday.
And that's the thing. You shouldn't have to ruin anyone's holiday.
No,
So
you shouldn't.
that's the one thing. That's the one reason I don't like Festivus. But if you don't celebrate Christmas, there's an opportunity to say like, oh, I don't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate this. So happy this. Oh, okay, we'll marry that. Oh, it's like, I learned something about your culture today, and you learned a little something about mine. Isn't that pleasant? No, we're just going to do all away with that. No, holidays. How fucking clean and sterile is that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That is ridiculous.
I make it a point to reply Merry Christmas. I don't care. I don't care what they look like or whatnot. If they tell me Happy Holidays, they're getting a Merry Christmas back.
They're getting it. I celebrate Christmas. I don't have a happy holiday. I don't celebrate a holiday, okay? You know, if we're going to start doing that, we got to start using happy holidays for everything. So we're going to get this... Everything.
Pearl Harbor Day if you're not American.
Yeah, right, yeah. So, yeah, happy holidays and for VE Day. Woo! And VJ Day. Happy holidays for St. Patrick's Day. Happy holidays for Halloween. Which really...
Is there a happy holidays for Easter? Isn't there something around that time period? The's Passover.
They're going to start something for that.
But probably. Are there major other religious holidays that day? I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
I was talking to this one girl from like some online dating site. It was Easter. And I was talking to her for a week.
Was she a pagan?
Gets better.
Okay.
So I'm like, so on Easter, I'm like, oh, happy Easter, and I get like an accidental text from her. I gotta hurry up and change. Mom doesn't like it when I go to the mosque. Excuse me? On Easter, you're gonna go to a mosque? She told me she was Catholic. I was like, yeah, I just want to explore other religions. On Easter, you don't.
Well, not Easter, but
that's an important. That's an important day. Come
It's
on.
a big one, man.
I'm just like, I'm so tired of the whole happy holiday thing. It's boring. It's sterile. It tries to include everyone on this bullshit notion on a multicultural society. But I'll tell you what. We're gonna not include anyone's society on it. Then you know what? No,
and
that's
no
wrong.
fun
That's
for
bullshit.
anybody.
No fun for anyone. That's right. And the Jehovah's Witness tries to crap all over all our holidays as well. I'm tired of that shit.
Yeah, no, it gets to be a little ridiculous. But I've noticed that that's kind of subsided. I've noticed more Merry Christmas now.
Oh, I actually, I even get a whole lot of Happy Holidays this year. I got like a whole bunch of you too, or thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, they didn't want to reply. They didn't want to be put on the spot.
They didn't say anything.
They'd look at you and like they knew, but they weren't allowed to say Merry Christmas. It was cool. They would at least give me the
at the stores,
like the knowing glance with their eyes, like I can't.
Stores or just random people.
Or they'd get the side look, like are there secret shoppers or my boss around, and then they'd be like Merry Christmas.
But that's just like rubbish. It's freedom of speech, and it's like, you know what? No company or corporation can hold you to that. You can sue them for like discriminating against you.
Right, because, it's like, Christians get a lot of hate. Let's be frank about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what my other problem is, and continuing on in the same vein, everybody that feels like they should have their own version of a nativity scene or can protest any of them to the point that they can't even be displayed. It's like, look, I understand.
I was looking this up today.
I understand that there's freedom of religion and freedom from religion, but there's also something called the majority rules. If most people aren't offended by it, and you are, and you have a problem with it, maybe the problem is you.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
you shouldn't make a big goddamn deal out of it because it's the town's thing, not you.
Right.
Do you pay more taxes than anybody else? No.
You want to have a nativity scene up? Great. You know why that's great? Because it's something positive.
And then there's the ones that like
God gave us His only Son to save mankind.
And like,
how beautiful is that?
I'm kind of
That's awesome.
I'm kind of on the fence myself. I'm an agnostic. I'm a hopeful. I want there to be something. I tend to go more towards the Christian side of things, and that because a lot of that is more historically accurate to me than a lot of other religions.
Okay.
I just don't know if there's something out there, but at the same time, it doesn't bother me that people display it and are proud of it or whatnot because it just doesn't get to me. I don't feel like it's personally offending me for being skeptical. I feel like they're being inclusive of that, and honestly, a lot of especially the Catholics, they're less pushy about forcing their religion on you or trying to, indoctrinate you than a lot of other religions.
Very true.
They don't have a legal code or anything like that. They're a lot more open. It's like, look, we're not asking you to join. You don't have to fill out a membership card. Just come and sit and come to the mass.
Right.
Stuff like that.
I got a question. What since you're agnostic, what do you think about the menorah?
Well, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I mean, there are certain things where I think there needs to be exceptions where you can display, major religious things. But the people that object on the grounds of, well, I feel like I should have a zombie nativity, really?
Yeah.
Do you
blow it out your ass.
Do you believe
blow that out your ass,
that
everyone?
thoroughly that you need to have your own personal comedic symbol for something that a lot of other people really aren't that into? Like, I don't need to have a Gundam Wing nativity or whatever the hell. No one. It's just not normal.
No. Yeah, definitely isn't. I am so tired. You see, like the whole the Satanist. I forget the Satanist temple. No, there's like there's a nationwide organization that wants to not only infringe on the rights of everyone else, but they want to have their own bile bullshit up. I'm tired of that. What, you want to set up a snake nativity up next to the Christian nativity? Oh, okay. What the fuck do Satanists bring to the table?
Exactly.
What's positive about that? Absolutely nothing. So don't you hand me any more of your goddamn bullshit.
About the only thing that I can say is maybe that they're an allegory for reason, but at the same time, they're only doing it to be a dick. That's the only thing they want to do. It's a public space. They shouldn't be having these things, but it's positive.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with like having a statue? Not even like some famous guy, and he's just standing there, this big smile on his face, and a big thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. You know my other.
Who's going to object to that? He's happy. He's telling you, "Hey, you're doing a great job. Keep at it."
You know my other.
Hang in there, kitty.
My other favorite one, not even technically related to the holidays. This is the Ten Commandments not being allowed on courthouses. Well, aren't quite a few of those laws?
Yeah, a lot of those are laws.
And don't some of those, if you participate, void any chance of you getting anything in a divorce?
Yep.
You commit adultery. Sorry, honey.
Woo!
I know.
Hope it was good. Just cost you half of what you would have had.
I'm worked up now, so go ahead.
That's okay. It gets ridiculous. Like,
it gets ridiculous.
But it's the media.
It creates unnecessary confrontation during a time where everything needs to slow down. The year is ending. You've had enough of it all year.
Not really, because you have individual assholes, doing this shit.
Yeah, you don't.
There is some shithead. I hope they nail his balls to the wall on this. But he replaced the baby Jesus in a nativity scene with a real pig's head. The real friggin' pig's head.
Yeah, that's just sick.
What is wrong with you?
I know.
Who thought I don't want anyone a baby Jesus? They even go over this in Talladega Nights. I want the baby Jesus, and that's fine. Who objects to a baby Jesus?
I don't know.
And who thought I'm going to replace it with a pig's head? You, sir, are vile, and I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you.
Yeah, plus, sick in the head.
You stink, and I'm going to pray for you.
Here's the argument.
You are sad and lonely.
Here's the argument that I would make. If you believe in something else, or if you don't believe it's an accurate depiction of your faith, wouldn't you then view the figures in the nativity as you would other historical figures? So wouldn't it essentially just be like, if you don't believe in it, like having all of the Peanuts characters dressed up, and it shouldn't bother you? Is that just a weird train of thought, or is that?
Could you run that by me one more time?
Okay, if say you're a Satanist or you're part of some other religious group, and you don't believe that the Christian version of things happening or the whole nativity scene is the way things go. wouldn't you then just view the figures in it as more of a fictional character thing, like almost like the Peanuts or like Star Wars, or you would just because you wouldn't recognize them as legitimate? There's nothing insidious about them. They're not really doing anything to you. They're just kind of there, and it's kind of silly. Like to me, that's how it's more like they should look at it. Like it's Muslim, you humor them. Matter of fact, a lot of Islam even considers Jesus a prophet in certain countries. They don't believe that he had much, to do with Islam or whatnot, but they believe that he was basically just a wise man, and to other nations
they didn't believe
in his.
He was who he said he was. Probably
they believe that he may have been misinterpreted or whatnot. So I mean, it's almost like one of those things where they shouldn't necessarily, where they're not the ones objecting to it. It's the people that believe in nothing, or the people that really don't have much to.
At least I don't think it's debatable at this point. At least Jesus was a real dude.
I hope. I don't know. I mean,
he was at least real.
We're still talking about something that happened over 2,000 years ago, based on historical.
But there was a dude with a beard.
That worries me.
At least there was a dude with a beard. His name was Jesus. I don't think is that up for debate anymore? I don't think.
Well, the thing was though, that and Christ were both different translations of Greek and other words that meant different things. So we don't know if he was actually named that. But I mean, he could have been named something else and then given to him later. I don't know. It's more a question of faith.
Right. Okay.
But I mean, as far as there being, a lot of the other elements lining up, the crucifixion, the temples, all that, the Herod thing, and everything, that all happened.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm just tired of everyone's negativity over the nativity. Sick of that crap.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, let people just do what they want to do.
And plus, it's in a public space. It's not on their property. They're not being forced to display it if they don't believe in it.
And hey, shitheads, that's a Christmas tree. And it's not a community tree.
Yeah.
It's not this, multicultural.
If you decorate your yard with a Satanist nativity, you have every right in America to do so. Now, town zoning laws do suck. I will say that.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of a bench because it was rusted out and I hadn't painted it yet. So, okay, yeah, they're bullshit. But, as long as a lot of your neighbors didn't care or whatnot, display your own.
But what does that bring to the table? What does a Satanist nativity bring to the table?
Nothing.
That's the thing. It brings absolutely nothing.
But you do have a right to display it, but not in a public space. If you would display it on your own private property, I'm not going to. I wouldn't.
Yeah, whatever.
It or whatnot. I don't care. I just label you a crackpot or someone with a weird sense of humor and move on.
I'd probably move out of the neighborhood. That crap freaks me out.
It not depends. Gonna lie. If they're like 15 and they're wearing the anarchy symbol like ironically, or they're wearing like the hymn symbol, it's like, okay, you're not a Satanist, you're just young. But like if they're like really, really weird.
Yeah, I know weird. Don't get started on that story again. Oh my God.
Well, it's like, I mean, like most of America was,
a lot of we were founded as a Christian.
Yeah, and that's what we celebrate Christmas. And if you don't like it, then too bad. That's like if I went to France and they celebrate whatever, then,
My question is,
accept it.
Different countries of the world, how in Europe, like there are towns in England that are primarily like Muslim controlled and whatnot.
Yeah.
What do the displays look like there, if they have anything?
I don't think they have anything set up there.
I was going to say, if they did, I was just wondering.
You can watch some videos online, and it's sketchy.
Okay, yeah.
It's really sketchy.
I just didn't know, whether... I just didn't know their views on, decorating and whatnot. If they had certain colored lights that they put up, or I didn't know, I was just wondering if there was like a difference. I'm not sure.
No, I mean, well, look at France. I would much rather have our immigration problems than the problems France is having.
And Germany.
But
especially France, because of the poverty rates and the socialism, it's not working out right now. Their president... They lost so many seats to far-right parties and everything else at any time in history, and it's actually scary. One of those parties actually advocated their dog be in charge of something, just some very, very bizarre provision of the National Front by Marine Le Pen. It was odd.
My thing with immigration, though, too, is just close the borders.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Not close them down forever.
No.
Just let us organize house here. Just let them figure everything out.
My biggest thing that they've not been able to explain to me is how is disabling your own agents that you provided for and paid for, how is preventing them from doing their jobs well and actually getting to the source of the problem, how is that helping the country? That's my other big thing. Why in the world are illegal immigrants allowed to have driver's licenses if English is not their first language, they're not probably quite able to read the signs, and you know what some of these signs look like. They're hard enough to decipher for veteran drivers.
Right.
And fourthly, why are those not being used as a means to find and deport those people? You have to give your address. You're an undocumented immigrant giving your address to PennDOT or whatever equivalent. And you mean to tell me those can't be used to then deport them? Why in the world are they being given special status? It makes no sense. It's still a federal
incredible
crime.
Yeah, it is. But
they don't care. No
one cares.
They want them for the votes and all that. It's all
and the American voter is so blind they don't care. That's my biggest problem with it.
I'm not voting next election.
I'm not bothering.
I gotta vote.
But who?
I gotta do something.
But it doesn't help. They already figured out who's going to be president next.
Yo, yeah.
You look
it's going to come down to Bush and Clinton.
Yeah, you look at the
same rubbish again.
I'm not doing anything for either one of them. I'm
not.
I'm not throwing away my vote on some illusion of choice 7th candidate that's going to finish.
Right.
It's horrendous. And then they'll tell us we can't celebrate Christmas after.
Yeah, coming back to Christmas.
Well, the thing is, we know what's interesting too. I saw that Walmart commercial since they've been all over television. Now they have this like commercial. They're singing about a little bit of this, a little bit more of that. And at the end, they had a nativity scene, and I'm like, well,
that doesn't have anything to do with commercialism.
Well, it's not that. I'm like, when did they start selling that? Because they were no religious stuff a couple years ago. We were going to look for some nativity scene stuff, and no, they didn't sell that. So apparently, they're selling that now. I don't know. I have to do some research on that.
Do we see it in Walmart tonight?
We didn't go back to where it would be, but honestly, it was probably gone anyway. Because the day after Christmas, it's all gone. They put it all away.
I went to the mall today. Santa was gone.
Oh yeah,
Santa was gone.
It's like Christmas doesn't exist.
Giant present hut even still?
No, he was gone. Gone. He was gone, girl.
Yeah, he backed out of town, man.
Whew.
It's like that's another thing too. December the 26th. It's like Christmas doesn't exist. It's gone. It's vanished. I mean, I get it's over, but I mean, like, there's no record of it anywhere. It's just like a thief in the night, man. Like, gone.
It's weird.
It gets to be a little ridiculous. Like, these retail stores and all that. Like, it's overwhelming.
The thing that makes me so
slow down
is Black Friday.
Let's talk about Black Friday, man.
And opening starts October on those days. I'm sorry to harp on it, but it's just horrible. You can't do this to people. And
there's no Thanksgiving.
The type of behavior that's reprehensible.
You're
fighting each other over a TV. I don't care how discounted it is. It's not worth me punching some woman in the face for it.
How many people? There's a question
How many people die on Black Friday?
That's a question you should never have to ask.
No.
How
the
many
answer
people
should
die
always
today?
be 0 unless it's of natural causes of a heart attack, peacefully caused.
We watched the Stampedes on YouTube.
And we laughed.
We did.
We're horrible.
It's humanity at its worst.
Yeah.
I mean, it's people literally getting trampled.
Getting run over and trampled.
Yeah. But a lot of it we watched was, almost like the poverty. It was like watching poverty. It was a certain group of individuals, the poor, just killing each other.
Dispossession, getting this on sale was more important than me getting a better job and advancing myself. But I need to be out here to get this damn flat screen.
Right.
That's where my
camping out for a week.
That's where my priorities are. I need a new TV.
You get some shithead, some loser, 40-year-old, still lives in his mama's basement. It's like, I'm going to get the new Xbox. But you get a job, sir.
I know. Well, that's okay, because they're supposed to just do that for the rest of their lives.
Right. I'm going to be a famous YouTuber. Stop it.
I know. That's our dream.
That's our dream. But
that's our dream.
I want to be funny. I'm sorry. I want to be funny.
We got to start doing stand-up.
Right.
Except we're going to call it sit-down. We're not standing
I'm not standing up.
I got back problems.
I stand up way too much my job as is. You kidding me?
Well, you know what? Oh, well, that's true, too.
It depends. Sometimes I'm less nervous standing.
But with Black Friday, don't you think, it's almost out of control? Like, they do sales for Black Friday all month in November now.
My biggest problem is how much it impedes on Thanksgiving.
Well, there's no more Thanksgiving.
There's no Thanksgiving.
It's gone.
And the fact that it's more the people that make me angry too, because the fact that you're willing to give up that time. I don't care if there's some downtime in Thanksgiving. I don't want to be running out. That's my day off. I don't want to have to do anything. I don't want to have to push the shop. I want to spend some time with my family and whatnot.
Well, that's the thing too.
Right.
Like those companies, the retailers, they don't care. They keep opening earlier and earlier every year.
Right. Kmart opened at 6 a.m.
Seeing that it hurt their sales. That made me happier than hell was that they lost money on Black Friday. I said, good. You know what? I'm glad you're going under.
Yeah.
American workers be damned. You know what? The companies that are run like that deserve to lose their workers and have them go elsewhere. I don't care.
Precisely it. That's precisely it.
I mean, like a lot of companies, like JCPenney's open at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
No.
Macy's open at 6. I mean, it just gets to be absurd. Like, just open all day then. I mean, what's the point?
I mean,
Right.
I know some people have Thanksgiving lunch, but I'm not one of them.
Well,
I don't start eating till 4.
And it's not
4:30.
fair because they hold these people at gunpoint. Retail's horrendous as it is. These people aren't getting paid enough anyway. You know, 20 years ago, you used to have, people are helping in the aisles, people checking you out, baggers. That's all gone. It's
And
all
how much
hodgepodge
more
now.
are you making for that day? If you're working an 8-hour shift and it's time and a half or double time even, is that $160 worth
Absolutely
sacrificing your
not.
Thanksgiving for that
No.
extra amount of money? No.
It's horrendous. I mean, and they'll hold you gunpoint because they know you need your job, and they'll take advantage of you, and they need you Black Friday. And, I don't... But see, I keep hearing that Target and Walmart, they're going to have these strikes and walkouts, but does that actually
They
ever happen?
protest, they have strikes, they have demonstrations, but the problem is they already have other workers prepared to staff it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You can't fight it.
You can get people to just, step in there for a day or two. But it's just bad. It's just, it's very tasteless on a lot of the retailers' parts.
And especially for what the holiday season is supposed to represent. Even from a completely agnostic, squeaky clean point of view, hey, don't treat each other like a shithead.
I know.
Shitheads.
For this period of time only. Even if this is going to be the only break you give people.
Right. Just don't do it. Just be cool. Can't even do that anymore.
It's corporate greed at its finest, man. I'm telling you.
Don't get me started on the movies. I hate. Oh, you know how many holiday classics I watched this year? Take a wild guess. How many like Christmas classics? Christmas Vacation,
White Christmas,
White Christmas, Home Alone, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. There's so many I watched.
One.
Honestly, one. Christmas
I watched
Day.
one. I watched the original animated Grinch. I don't like the live action one.
I watched Mickey's Christmas Carol. It's the
Yeah.
only one I watched. I just happened to catch it on TV.
I meant to, but I've just been so inundated, and I always said to myself, well, I'll get another chance because they're playing it all December, and then you know what? Yesterday happened and it's over.
Right. The women in my family they're enthralled with these shitty Hallmark movies.
Yeah, that's another thing. Halloween night they started it.
Sometimes they start in July because it's Christmas in July.
Yeah, they do that rubbish too.
I like Christmas in July because it's supposed to be fun and
They're
silly.
just mass-produced commercial rush jobs. That's all they are. They're plugged for products or actors, or they're just supposed to be lighthearted comedies that offend no one, but they're just not good.
They're just the worst movie. And here's what I noticed. I noticed this about a week ago.
They're formulaic. That's the
They're
worst.
very-
part.
I think
They're the
I-
same movie with different actresses.
I think they use the same script.
I think they do.
They have a big roulette wheel of like names, characters,
Have you ever seen-
locations.
It's like, okay,
Like
new girl moves to town, fresh off a divorce, has kids, has to provide for Christmas.
Yeah.
Either goes to war with a greedy company or falls in love.
Or both. Or both.
Yeah, or both.
So it used to be before this one movie came out. It used to be like the same.
And then discovers
They were
the true meaning
cheesy.
of Christmas, a new husband,
Oh,
and
yeah.
financial stability.
I thought you were supposed to have the spirit of Christmas in your heart all year round. Yeah, okay. But anyways, you know what I mean. But like, I remember like there was this movie. This woman made a Christmas list, and all of a sudden the things on her list she was suddenly getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, okay, cheesy, but I get it. There was a movie where this guy was disconnected from his family, got a job as a caretaker. Woman he was caretaking for showed him the true meaning of Christmas. Okay, whatever. Then this one movie happened, and then every single movie just like came after it was just like it. And that movie was Love Actually. All these Hallmark movies they want to be the next Love Actually.
They do. And
It's the same thing. They're always about falling in love.
And Black Friday became all about Jingle All the Way.
Yeah,
Only with every product instead of Turbo Man.
right.
but
Not Booster.
I agree with you. The Hallmark. It's always like this girl like lost her way in life, and then she runs into this guy, and then they
Usually a
fall in love.
career woman. Too.
Yep, it's always career
Yeah.
woman.
Or a struggling single mom.
Right.
One of two. Those are your lifetime picks usually.
Very rarely do you get an off the cuff different type of
Or anyone with any other problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like they're never personal problems. There's no personality flaws except for maybe a lack of assertiveness. That's about it.
yeah.
Very true, and they have to stop. They have to stop it.
You know how many movies of those I watched? Want to know how many movies of those are on my DVR?
I'm sure like 30 or more.
Absolutely, it's about.
You willingly watch them?
No, God, no.
Okay, why are they on your DVR? Your
Because my mom records them. Yeah, we got a brand new DVR about like a few months ago.
And it's full already.
80% full.
Wow.
Oh god.
And that's what it is. It's just overpopulating. And then plus they sell them in the Hallmark stores too.
Yeah.
There's a whole section full of them. There's like one or two I'll watch I enjoy, but not very
The
many.
Lifetime movies are the same way.
Lifetime,
Those
uplifting
can be a
television.
little bit worse because they have very clear agendas that they want to push. I know that sounds really douchey, but that's true. Come on, a guy in a Lifetime movie, you think he's
the hero.
You think he's gonna get away squeaky clean
It's
on
like
that?
watching a former heel on a tag team, and you know he's gonna turn.
He's
you
gonna
just
do something
don't
stupid.
know when.
Okay, he may not rape anyone, but you know he's gonna do something
He's
stupid.
Something
gonna
bad's
do like
gonna
a
happen.
financial
To someone
equivalent of
off.
a super kick, or
Yeah,
he's gonna have like a stalker habit or an online sex addiction or something.
right.
Well, uplifting TV, they're not too bad. They have some different
Yeah,
ones.
they're I watched
Kind of a
this-
mix.
I watched this one called Silver Bells. It was a push. It was a commercial for
Yeah, I've heard
Salvation
that.
Army. But like, yeah, okay, it wasn't bad.
They have more of a true meaning of Christmas. It's the lesser of the evils.
Right. Okay. All right.
But anything else that you want to talk about Christmas in July or anything?
You know, I have no problem with Christmas in July.
Because it's far enough off that you can do it and then recover and come back.
Christmas. Well, no one loses their fucking shit over it. No one loses their minds over Christmas in July. You know what you do with Christmas in July? You look into your calendars. July 25th. Oh, it's Christmas in July. I'm thinking I'm gonna wear like some ugly Christmas sweater T-shirt today.
What's another
Or
thing?
Santa hat.
I'm glad you actually mentioned that. Ugly sweater parties and all this. I mean,
They're kind of they've become so standard that they're not fun anymore.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of dumb.
When you can just go buy a pre-made one or whatnot, it's no longer
Right.
fun. It's no
Look
longer
off the
original.
rack.
The idea has become the institution.
Yeah.
Where did that? I mean, when did it start? You think from the ugly
Early
sweater
2000s,
party?
I was actually reading about it online the other day, and they said it was kind of like a joke that one person started out as for like a family party, and it just kind of spread from there, and then everyone started doing it. Like people in an office did it.
I wore an ugly
Spread.
sweater on Christmas Eve 2001. Just for just for no apparent reason, but
My dad
Just don't wear a
had-
Cosby sweater. Oh.
Yeah, I
My dad
know.
had on a intentionally ugly but still very fashionable red and green Penn State Nittany Lions ugly Christmas sweater. I'm like, it's not
Well-
even ugly. This is just a failure.
Right. Like my uncle had a sweatshirt with like a little bow tie and gingerbread on it. It looked decent. Wasn't ugly.
mm-hmm.
Although the tip to winning those is you just find the best ridiculous young girls one with like a light up Rudolph on the front of it that'll
Yeah.
fit you, and that'll work. You'll win if you're wearing lacy white stuff and you're freaking people out. That always works. I've never done it, but
You're thin enough. You could do it.
yeah.
I mean, I got to go to the Husky department for mine.
That's all right.
I'm fat. Like Santa. People hate Santa now, too.
Jeez,
Say
everyone.
that Santa's Satan. What the fuck is your problem?
Well, to be fair, all the Christmas cards that I sent out, I didn't realize that I hit space a couple times in the wrong places. And now on my card
heck.
says Satan Claus is coming to town.
Oh,
He is.
heck.
No,
My goodness.
I didn't send out any. I didn't get my cat one this year.
Oh, that's so sad.
She can't read.
Oh, that's even sadder. Stop bumming me out.
She's a cat.
Who cares?
No, I did see the saddest thing on Christmas night last night. I was all in a Christmas mood. I was driving home and I saw two homeless kittens. And they ran before I could get out of the car.
Oh,
I was going to adopt both of them. I couldn't get them.
Oh,
I actually put the car in park and tried to get out.
that's so sad.
I know. They ran
Oh,
through someone's yard and into the back. And I'm like, I don't want to trespass for this, even though it's almost worth it.
oh.
It ruined my whole... I was sad for like 4 hours, and then I went to work. I'm like, I hate this.
oh,
Peck is single, ladies and gentlemen.
And loves cats.
Loves
See?
cats.
However, he's
Gonna
good at
rescue him.
staying single, though, probably. So
Oh, okay.
you can try, but...
Well, Petrie single.
there you go.
Yeah, people hate Santa Claus. How would you hate Santa Claus?
I don't know. I mean, I can understand kids are afraid of them sometimes when you're
The
young.
other thing that I hate is Santa has now been bogarted by every single commercial institution. I saw Dick's Sporting Goods Santa Claus. No one cares.
Well, Santa Claus is on beer, too. It's on
yeah,
beer labels.
yeah, but I mean, the kids don't really, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
haha, Santa likes beer, Daddy likes beer, big deal.
Yeah, true too.
Like I remember, like, Santa was awesome when we were kids, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was great. You know, got really excited to see him at the mall. Got a cool picture with him. Usually, he was a good actor.
Yeah, usually. I've had some good ones that were like, oh god, you're like Richard Attenborough. This is awesome.
Not like no one really cares about Santa.
Now it's like, oh god, you're
You
the
talk to
killer
kids
from
about
Christmas
Santa.
Evil, and they're all like, oh, he's fake, and they're like 7 of them on their iPhone. It's like,
Yeah.
We can blame like technology, society, parenting. It all goes back to that.
Yeah, parenting. If you're a parent, you're telling your kid there's no Santa Claus. What the hell is wrong with you?
I know.
That is so selfish on your part.
It gets rid of all the magic from life. That's the biggest problem that I have with this entire decade. There's no mystery. There's no anything. And every single movie or anything that comes out now has to write and work around that. Like horror movies. With everyone having their cell phone, everything's a lot less scary.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's just an atmospheric, you can't get away from it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautifully put.
True.
Beautifully put. How can we fix this?
Well, I mean, the media needs to shut up.
100%.
And the ACLU and all that rubbish need to stop it.
Traditions are traditions.
People are going to celebrate Christmas. People are going to celebrate Hanukkah. People are going to celebrate Kwanzaa, whether you want them to or not. So you can take that and stick it up your ass.
Very true.
Do you remember the old Virgin Mobile commercial?
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Yes.
That's a lot better. That one. That's a lot better than Happy Holidays.
It was honest advertising. It was literally the best way of saying, we do not care what you celebrate. It's all cool. Just enjoy the time.
It's alright if you're a Muslim, a Christian, or a Jew. It's alright if you're agnostic and you don't know what to do.
Any service or occasion, no contractual obligations. Happy Christmas,
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa to you.
It's like the Rob Van Dam version of Christmas. Like,
it was great.
I don't care.
Well, I mean, back in like 70s and 80s, no one cared. Like, why do you have to...
Because there were no people that specialized in raising such a fuss about it. Now there are entire organizations and people like, what can I destroy today just to get myself famous? Well, yeah, I took down Christmas.
Right.
Or I offended people to the point that so much that they had to put a warning label on this stuff. And, a statement of, Fox News does not necessarily endorse these opinions or whatnot. Everything has to do that.
That attitude has to stop.
I know.
Right now.
Very
people are going to have a good time during the holiday season. People don't want to,
Plus, look what kind of problems in the world that amount of pussyfooting around things does.
Yeah.
What, you're not going to label ISIS a terrorist organization or fundamental Islamism gone extreme? You're not identifying them with strictly basic Islam. That's not a bad thing. You're separating them and defining it. Oh, no, you're not allowed to call them that.
But you have no problem calling any white dude a homegrown terrorist.
Yeah, exactly. Whose, ideas and whatnot, just because they belong to a conservative group, make them targeted to more scrutiny, which is ridiculous.
Well,
and doesn't
a homegrown terrorist
can be defined by anything.
Right.
As
Does
long
it have
as
to be
they're
white?
No.
What about some kid from Minnesota?
And they can be identified by any. Bear in mind too, it's being identified by the government, not the citizens.
Yeah.
That's the scary part of it. It's whatever is deemed a threat to them and their way of thinking.
Yeah. Shit.
Amen.
Shit.
I think that was good.
That was a great episode.
Yeah.
Stop fucking up my holiday. I'm pissed off. So, I'll tell you what. Happy Halloween. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Ramadan.
Happy Ramadan. Happy New Year's. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy winter solstice to all you pagans.
Happy winter. Happy winter. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. Happy 4th of July. Happy back to school.
Happy Arbor Day. Happy Earth Day. Happy